The following Let's Play contains copyrighted material from John Williams' score of the Star Wars saga, developed by George Lucas, Lucasfilm, 20th Century Fox at the time of the original release, and more recently in the years that have followed, Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. As such, the volume of the soundtrack from Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace will be incredibly low within the game and with cutscenes muted entirely to try and best suit the regulations that Google and YouTube have provided. Thank you for understanding.
Warning, Bruce. Gungans don't like an outlanders. You should go into the boss Menace and make nice.
Can I get in Kragon's way? I can't remember.
Please, allow me some room, my young Padawan learner.
I love trolling Kragon. Okay, so here is one of the more well-designed levels of the game. From a visual perspective, it's actually a really nicely designed level. And it's Otoh Gunga, where we are under the sea, and yeah, we're under the sea. And I think, if I remember correctly, this is one of these levels where some people had trouble getting it to function properly because of the way the camera angle works. The sea would be brown, so you couldn't actually see what was going on because Otoh Gunga was brown, and thus making it impossible to complete. And yeah, let's just go and speak to Brian Blessed's boss Menace. Yeah, him.
Boss Menace are talking with the Outlanders, but Jar Jar waits here.
Jar Jar Binks, or he's dead. You should find boss Menace now.
I feel like this place is slightly racist, but anyway, let's just speak to boss Menace.
Your Lordship, I am Qui-Gon Jinn. This is my student Obi-Wan Kenobi. We are Jedi on an extremely important mission.
Binks broken the no come back law. Until dead.
Your planet is under attack by the Trade Federation, and we must warn the Naboo.
They no like the Naboo. When they no like us, Naboo think they so smart. They think the brain so big.
Can you help us reach the city of Thieves?
We should give you for a bomb. The speediest way to the Naboo is going to the pool. This bad bombing.
We need a navigator. Obi-Wan, you must find and rescue Jar Jar Binks.
And why can't you go after him, Qui-Gon Jinn? Why can't you go and find Jar Jar Binks, considering you're the one who's more interested in him? I'm going to ask a question that I think most people who enjoy Star Wars normally ask on a fairly frequent basis whenever thinking of the Star Wars brand.
Why do we need that worthless creature?
He is still an important life form, and I will not see him suffer.
Wow, that's incredibly generous. Okay, what about Boss Menace and the Gungans then?
What about Boss Menace and the Gungans?
I will reason with them and save Jar Jar from his fate. But even if they do not agree to release him, we will take Jar Jar with us.
This feels like a very abridged version of the scene from the film. I actually approve. Okay.
I'll find him, Master.
Good. And Obi-Wan, do not hurt these Gungans. I sense that you look down upon them. They are living beings nonetheless.
I look down upon them because they're slightly questionable in how they talk. So there, the game's kind of telling you, in theory, you could murder all of these Gungans right now. You could get your lightsaber out and slaughter them all, dark side style. But we're not going to do that, because the game does penalise you for doing stuff like that. It will either kill off an important character, so if I try and kill all the Gungans in this room, for example, I believe the game automatically kills Qui-Gon Jinn as soon as you leave the room. And then in other instances, such as later levels, when you're playing as another character, if you murder everyone, you can't progress. It's a game breaking. It's not a bug at this point. It's just game breaking because you can't progress to the next level or any of the levels after that point because you have been so dark-sided. Which, in a way, is quite a good incentive to play this game properly. So, if we come out of here, we get told we can't come back in.
Back off.
In a not exactly nice way, but okay. And here's an interesting thing you can do. Look at this. I can jump out of Otoh Gunga. Doesn't matter about the fact I could be breathing in loads of water. Apparently Obi-Wan can just be like, yeah, I'm fine, you know, jumping into the sea and swallowing all that water. How that's not killing him, I don't know. Okay. So let's go up here, because I think there's some weapons I may have missed. There is. Put that away. I'm trying to remember what the roll controls were, because I can't remember. Ah, there we go. Okay, ours right is... How do I go? It's not... Q's force push alongside Z. Is it T? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look at the controls at a later date. But you can roll as a Jedi. You can roll as a Jedi, or if you're not playing as a Jedi, you do a sidestep thing. And let's just talk to this guy.
You should speed away from Otoh Gunga.
Yeah, I probably should, but I'm playing the Phantom Menace game, and I have a weird, morbid fascination with it, so we've all got our problems. Where's Jar Jar?
What has become of Jar Jar?
They take Jar Jar to the cells down below. Binks broken the no-combating law. He's to be punished.
I really love those bitmap fish floating in the background. Oh, it's so good. You can barely see him on the PlayStation version, but on PC they're just here in their magnificent glory. Okay, show me where to find him then, please.
Can you show me where to find him?
This will not help you. Jar Jar gonna be pounded unto death.
Cool. Okay, so most of the Gungans aren't going to help you, which isn't surprising. So we go into this lift, which has a really funky animation going down. As in, it actually spins round. On the PlayStation version, the lifts don't actually do that for some reason. Maybe, you know, having animated lifts was too demanding on the PlayStation 1 at the time. Okay, so we've got a Gungan warrior blocking the way. Can we get through?
Back off.
Let me through, please.
Back off.
You've given me no choice. Out the way. There we go. So yeah, there you go. The game kind of teaches you the Gungans aren't going to help you. They're actually massive dicks, and you have to use some initiative.
Monster, help me!
Be quiet. Are you going to keep whining now because I'm here? No? Good. But here's a bit I always find slightly amusing whenever I play this game. Take this Gungan warrior here.
By warning yous, Gungans great warriors.
No, not so great because I could just sneak around you.
Hey, any help here?
That's the bit I always find unintentionally hilarious, the fact I could just sneak around him. But anyway.
They the Outlanders brought in here by Jar Jar Binks.
Okay, we've already asked what's become of Jar Jar, so let's just ask it again.
What has become of Jar Jar?
You can't eyeball Jar Jar. That lift no come back.
Or, in English, you can't see Jar Jar, the lift isn't coming back. Yeah, the Gungans, I never quite understood, even as a kid, I never quite understood their language, but anyway.
Is there another way to reach the detention area?
Follow the other long path to find Jar Jar.
Can you help me?
Here, it's a pass that will help you with the many doors of Otoh Gunga.
Cool, a Gungan who actually wants to help us. You are gonna be on my friends list when I beat this game. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to talk to him to get the pass, but it can be useful at...
Monster!
Oh, shut up. At one or two stages of the level later on. So here we just drop on this, jump on this. The Gungans do actually attack you at times, but you could just rise above it and ignore them. Right, guys? Force push them. So we don't want to get stabbed today. No, thank you. I really don't want to get stabbed today. You could give yourself motion sickness and do that as you're going up. But anyway. Right. Here is something that put a lot of players off. The platforming bits of this level can be nightmarish. Let's see if I can do it first time. I actually got the blaster rifle first time. That's awesome. That bit where I got the blaster rifle from is near difficult on the PlayStation version. It's really finicky. The fact I could jump to that straight away on the PC version is such a lifesaver. Anyway, let's talk to you.
An outlander. Where did yours come from?
I came from above, but okay. Yeah, Jar Jar brought me here.
Jar Jar Binks brought me here.
Jar Jar Binks. I thought he had been banished.
He had, and he's back. So, let's ask this guy a question that I'm sure we all wanted to know the answer to. And I'm going to see how many of you understand it, because how many years has it been? 18 years later, 18, 19, 17, 18, 19 years later, I still don't know what the hell this guy's talking about, but anyway.
He has returned. Do you know why he was banished?
It's a long old tale. And Jar Jar very clumsy. He's causing big accidentes. Jar Jar boomed the Gaza and crushed their boss's Heblever. Then he's banished.
What the hell does any of that even mean? What are you talking about? I can understand it if it was in English, but Gungan speak I don't get. What does that even mean? Anyway, you're weird, so we're not going to talk to you again. And you can't talk to him again anyway. So this jumping platformy bit, you just have to do that and you're automatically over. Apparently, some people consider that to be game breaking or impossible or both. It's not impossible, it is doable. So let's just carry on. Or maybe it was impossible when it was originally released and it got patched later on in the PC version. I don't know. At least say please if you're going to ask me to leave. Right. These guys I think will try and attack me, so we're going to force push you, force push you. You are definitely going to attack me, so you deserve to sit down. In fact, I'm going to keep my lightsaber out just to prove something. Don't touch me. You going to try and attack me as well, huh? Or are you just going to be a glitch? Sit down. So yeah, the lifts spin on the PC version, they don't spin on the PlayStation version. I still don't know why to this day. But this is one of the most well-designed levels of the entire game in my opinion. It has a very nice visual style to it. It actually fleshes out Otoh Gunga just a little bit more than the film does. And there's a really nice unique block down there that you never see anywhere else. There's literally no reason to go down here, other than you can. But because you're a Jedi who can't jump very well apparently, you have to push this all the way over to the fish tank to get back out. And look, animated fish. How cool is that? So let's just jump up. And we need to push this button in order for this thing to go up. There we go. And I believe it's a time puzzle, so you do have to run. I can't actually remember if that's the case. I never rate around to see if that is true or not. Okay, so you know that pass card I picked up earlier? This is where it comes in handy. So let's talk to you.
How did you get down here?
I swam, because that's what Jar Jar Binks told me to do. But anyway, I need to find the detention area.
I need to find the detention area.
You can pass through this door.
I have a pass card.
Which Gungan gave you that pass?
If you say Boss Nass gave it you, the game just, this Gungan just accuses you of stealing it and opens the door immediately. I think he opens it but is scared of you, I can't remember. So if you see a dialogue choice in purple with square brackets, that's a Jedi mind trick. So we're going to use that.
I must be very important if I have a pass card.
Oh, you must be very special to have that pass.
I am very special. So he opens the door for us, and I think he's actually quite cool with us. Are you cool with us? Are you? Yeah, he seems pretty chill. So let's carry on. And we have to get through here, but we can't. So let's go down here. How are you doing?
I'm out there.
Okay. You're not going to contribute anything interesting. If you killed all the Gungans here, there used to be like 1 or 2 Gungans that would sneak from behind here to try and kill you. It's always quite funny when you do that. So here we need to do a bit of a tedious pushing, pulling puzzle. It's not really a puzzle, you just have to follow the directions. This gets a little tedious. It gets even worse later on in the game, as I said earlier. But here it's not too bad. And that goes down. Why these aren't down by default, I have no clue. Maybe the Gungans just like making their lives complicated, I don't know. So if we push this over here, tap that, and this blue thing, why have you not gone down? Oh, that's why. I clearly didn't press it apparently. Jump on this, it's now off. Or on, I believe it's meant to be off. So we're going to go through here, and we come across a timed puzzle, where when you press that button, that door over there opens, but as soon as it goes back off, the door comes back. On the PlayStation version, I used to find this quite difficult. On the PC version, it feels slower, so it gives you more time to actually get across, providing you make the jump. And there we go, done. On the PlayStation version, that beeping goes a sort of bumping, 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 like that. But on the PC version, it's a lot slower. I get the impression that was the developer's way of trying to simulate force speed. I don't actually know. It feels like it. That's the only way I can justify that decision in my mind. Let's talk to you. Oh, and here's a point. If you kill this Gungan, that's one of the game-breaking bits where you can't really progress further because you need him to actually do something for you. So let's talk to you once we've just double-checked through here. Okay, this is probably the lift that Jar Jar came down on, so let's just talk to you.
What are you doing here?
I'm here because the game told me I have to be here, but anyway, I've asked about enough about Jar Jar, so what are you doing with those controls, my good friend?
What are you doing with those controls?
Misa control the bullets.
Right, I need those bubble lifts. Can you raise them for me?
Can you raise the bubble lifts for me?
I will help, but tell nobody.
You are also on my friends list. Thank you. Right, so I believe that is timed. If you don't go to this straight away, it does go back down, and then you can't talk to him again. I could be wrong about that, though. Or if you kill him, then it just automatically goes back down. So let's press that. But yeah, because the lifts don't spin on the PlayStation version, these bubble lifts have 2 doors, as opposed to just the one that they have on the PC version. Can I get past you?
Move aside, Outlander.
That's a little bit nicer, but no. Thank you. So we need to rescue Jar Jar. Now I believe over here is where there's Kragon down there. You could go to Kragon straight away, I believe, but I think he just tells you to like go and find Jar Jar, because you're not going to leave until you find him. So there's no point going down there. So let's try and find Jar Jar while we can. Have I lost any health? I can't remember. I don't really care. So, walking down here, and here you get a choice of what you want to do.
Yous get down here.
I'm here for Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks stays in his cell, Outlander.
I'm here for Jar Jar Binks, said no one ever. You have two options here. You can threaten these Gungans to a fight, which doesn't penalise you particularly in any way, apart from the rest of the Gungans trying to kill you, or you can use a Jedi mind trick on them. And it's more in character to just go, and it's easier to go with the Jedi mind trick, so let's manipulate these weak-minded fools who can't speak English apparently.
It is dangerous to have Jar Jar here. I will take him away.
It is dangerous to have Jar Jar here. He caused many accidents. Please take him away.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey, any help here would be hot.
Long explanation time.
Boss Nass will provide us with a bongo which we will use to reach Theed and warn the Naboo. You must help us navigate.
Going through the planet core is bad bombing. But, Mr. Happy is to take the bongo through the core.
I prefer how this goes on the PlayStation version. It's a lot more upbeat when you rescue Jar Jar Binks. Here, it just sort of plays and then stops. I'm not quite sure why, but anyway, let's just get out of here.
Let's get going.
This way to the bongo.
Lead the way, Jar Jar, because you are slightly useful in this game.
This way to the bongo.
You don't need to stop, keep going.
Wes, I don't want Jar Jar here.
Yeah, well, we don't want him either, but, you know, I've got no choice. I have to have him. Let's run along. Let's follow Jar Jar, who runs in a weird pattern, but okay. Let's do this one last time, because we can't... Oh, you can't actually jump out of here. Now, that is interesting. Can you do that anywhere else? Nope, here you can still jump out of into the sea. I don't know, that always gets me excited for some reason. Okay. Going to the left. Excuse me. Don't throw balls at me. So I lost a total of 4 health. It is possible to not lose any health on this level, but I decided to be a fool deliberately. Let's end the level.
We must hurry. The people of Theed must be warned.
Oh, boy. We surrounded.
See, even the game's fed up at Jar Jar at this point. It's like, oh no, we don't want to hear your dialogue. That doesn't play on the PlayStation version for some reason. No, but let's skip it.